Welcome, future people. Welcome to the future. It's me, the future. In the future, there are lightning wizards on Mars, known as Technomancers. Technomancers. Welcome to the Technomancer. Extreme. No, we're playing on normal. Because I like to have fun.
At the source of all life, there is water. On Mars, where it is rare, water is a source of conflict, struggle, and death. Since the turmoil, there have
I'm
been
not
unending
extreme.
wars
I'm sorry.
fought over the possession of clean water. We are the forgotten children of Earth, trapped in this red, barren wasteland.
Whoa.
Here, hell is not a concept. It's our reality. And the reality is that every drop counts.
Whoa.
Then there were the unfortunates, caught in the full power of the sun's radiation, forced to deform, mutate into unrecognizable monsters.
What?
The others, the ones who remained similar to our ancestors in likeness, hid under massive metal shells, governed by water corporations.
In the future, water corporations run everything.
People's lives aren't worth much more than the mutants. And I would know. That's where I spent the first 10 years of my life, under the boot of the Vori. Of course, in despair, there is hope. Some have begun to explore, travel even, from corporation to corporation, leaving their loyalties behind. We have organization, structure, and inevitably, politics. We have rulers, a people's assembly, and
I think this introductory cinematic has more of a budget than the entirety of Mars Warlogs. So...
And finally, there's us, the elite protectors of the people, the spearhead of the army. My brothers and sisters who all share the same special gift. We are Technomancers.
Whoa, look at this dude. Whoa. I love how the only hair options are swept back, swept back, swept back, swept back, swept back, shaved, swept back, bald, swept back, regular hair. Yeah, it's me, Zachariah Mancer. Oh, wow, look at these. I got points. And by that I mean 1 point. Crafting. Science. Charisma. Stealth. Lockpicking. Exploration. Strength, agility, constitution, alright. You can't trick me, video game. I'm gonna put all my points in lightning hands.
Ahoy, Zachariah.
Scott, you came.
Scott! Bro!
Sure, my memory isn't what it... But I remember to write things down on my calendar. Although I do sometimes forget where my calendar is. Anyhow, I knew your last cadet mission was today. Any nerves? If it's any consolation, you look more than fit enough.
No, I'm good. I'm ready.
I'm ready to Technomance.
Yes, healthy flush of the skin, no rapid eye movement. You don't look stressed out. Very well, I won't bother you anymore. Oh, but if I can bother you, just a moment. I recently acquired a batch of materials that can improve your gear. It's not much, but I thought you'd like it. Still can't believe you're going to be an officer soon.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, bro.
I fear we've dilly-dallied on pleasantries. Your master, Sean, waits for
Sean? I remember Sean.
that one. I fear his spine is concocted from steel. A spine prosthetic. How interesting. What if... Oh, and stop by the clinic and come shoot the chit-chat. No, it's not. Just don't be a stranger. If you feel ill...
Do you remember the crafting system from the previous game? Still here. Still mostly unnecessary. Yeah, that checks out.
Thank you, Scott. Will
Thank
do.
you, Scott.
I promise.
I'm gonna zap some people with my lightning hands. I love crafting. Look at this serrated Tanto. I can give it disruption. You can't trick me, I'm stacking crit. I know how these games work.
Fucking Mancers. Every time they come around, something new is broken.
What'd you call
I
me?
fix it, they break it again. I fix it, they break it worse. I'm a modern fucking Sisyphus tasked with pissing in the ocean.
Wow, that's amazing writing. Yeah! Oh shit, it's Sean. That character from the Mars Warlocks who I murdered.
Oh, shit.
Zachariah, today, as you know, marks your final mission as a cadet.
Oh shit, that's Matt Mercer.
Of course, Master. Ready, willing, and able.
And a little nervous. Normal and expected. That's why I have gathered together your usual instructors to allow you to warm up and prepare. It's for you to ace the tests for each fighting technique. Prepare yourself. And once you are ready, join me at the station. From there, a train will take us to the mission site.
They actually had budget this time. It's weird.
Soldier, please let me in.
Hey, heard from Captain Sean you're headed...
No, gonna stay in train.
Got a train.
Want to test your skills with a knife and a gun? Not really in the week.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
I'd advise you to not try anything.
This...
Go again?
No.
Another time.
Don't underestimate stealth techniques.
How about a little self-defense training?
Sure, why not?
Mace and shield. Want to punch me in the face again?
Your call. You're gonna wish you had some...
If you would like to practice your technomancy techniques or care to do some...
I'm always honored to learn what you have to teach.
Excellent.
Okay. I see.
Would you care to fight again?
That little brush up on my technique had never hurt.
Indeed. Remember to attend to your surcharge risk. I would hate to have an accident. Would you care to fight again?
No.
I would love to. Another time, Master.
Of course. Keep in mind, a well-trained staff can be quite fun.
Yes. Zachariah Mancer.
Hey, heard from Captain Sean you're heading out to the station. You leaving now?
Yep, already ready.
Oh, stop right there. We're conducting a search.
Look at this piece of shit. Well, what do we have here? Road trash seems lost, don't it? You forget we don't want your kind around here, Trav. Move your sorry ass out of here before you find yourself bleeding from both ends.
I see the writing is still good.
I didn't ask you to speak! Did I? You useless piece of shit! Why would I want to hear what you have to say? Waste of space! Please, I can't! Shut your mouth and just fucking die! Corpse will feed the rats.
In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is
Such a
only
waste of life, a waste of space.
curb.
Am I right? A rogue is a Zach, right? You can dress him up, but
Zachariah, we're leaving. Certain people are graduating to the rank of officer today. It does you well to serve only contempt to one worthy of nothing more. That is good. And with that, we should be off.
We should be off.
Look, Zach, we are heading for the dome. It was built by the first settlers, the relic itself.
And what's there for us?
According to reports, looters, who in our interest, it would be best to keep out of the dome.
He's just talking about the magical world of Critical Role.
Zachariah, do you remember your first lesson?
Zap
On
him.
the scarcity of life?
Indeed, the very one. Kill a fellow unfortunate and, in this hell, only the more alone we will become. Disable the looters, but spare their lives.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at me, I'm stealthy. Nope. Yeah, Sean seems like a dude who... I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna take your pants, looter. Now I am the looter. Pants. Workers' pants. Give me an extra 1% defense. Yeah. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Zap.
We encroach our destination. Take note that enemy forces lie in wait. There, the rocky outcrop. Scale it and report back your findings.
Like, if nothing else, I can see where, I can see the line from this to Greedfall, technology-wise. Boop, boop. Best stealth animations in the game. Technomancer. Whoa, look at this talent tree. There are too many things on this talent tree. Anyway, I'm just upgrade electric arcs. Oh. How the fuck did they get here from, like... If nothing else, this has a better tech base than, Mars Warlogs and, Bound by Flame. Is it... Am I talking in entirely relative terms? Yes.
There are looters gathered at the dome's entrance. A lot of them. but they're not equipped to be more than a nuisance.
Take care nonetheless, Zachariah. That guard there, separated from his group. Sneak on him and the battle will be easily won.
Oh boy. I see this and I think, oh golly, Lord have mercy. It's another one of these. Dun 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 dun. Can someone look up the Metacritic average on this? I'm just curious. Also, I continue to want to speak to someone at Spiders. I want to know how, of all the developers, make, oh, 56, huh? That's, by Metacritic standards, that's pretty low for a video game. It's okay. We're having a good time. It's fine. Do 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 zap. Not enough fluid. I keep on trying to press A to dodge, like in Mars Warlogs, but now dodge is B. Anyway, just thought you'd like to know. Oh, only 22 hours? I mean, you know, I did get Tales of Arise on, like, a Black Friday sale. And also, Amazon still might have Shin Megami Tensei 5 for $40 already. But, you know, once I'm done with all my class stuff this week, what if I just played through all of this for my holiday? Get him, Sean. Sean, you're losing to a Tusken Raider. Are these guys just Tusken Raiders? These future Mars looters are just... Oh shit, more crafting components. I love crafting components. Poor bastard. Look at how dumb the shirt looks. Technomancer. 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 That's what the music says. Don't mind me. I'm just sneaking. What? Alright, currently leaning towards... Are you challenging me? I feel like maybe right now stick might be better than... Lord have mercy, it's time to go back to the old me. You called me out and you got stuck in ads. That's what happens when you defy the Technomancer. Zachariah Technomancer. Can I just talk about how deeply upsetting it is that, like, there is a clear progression in Spider's games in a way that other game developers would kill for? Because I feel like that they get better with each game. I don't know. I need to play Fairy Legends of Avalon, clearly. And of Orcs and Men. What's the ultimate ability for the rogue tree? Let's find out. Wow. I'm wave dashing. So, I believe the idea is that the abundance, like, abundance gives you your name based on your profession, and whereas, shit, why am I remembering the lore of this world? I'm playing the Technomancer, so great. Y'all weren't there when I played Omega Labyrinth Life, and I was just getting bullied. Yeah, Aurora gives people's names that are virtues. Innocent Smith, is that the game with the boobs? Maybe. Listen, I'm saying if you want to watch the archive to my my Power Slave video, I have bad news. I play a video game other than Power Slave for the last 45 minutes. That should I be bullied? What is a more bullyable offense? Is it playing the Technomancer or is it playing Omega Labyrinth Life? Which is the greater sin? Because I just watched Gino play Unsighted, and that game seems neat. In that very indie game, we have a lot of ideas, by golly. Not enough fluid. Alright, let's go full Catholicism here. I mean, I can pull out a center bar whenever I want. See, the problem with... Okay, have some fun playing Phasmophobia. That sounds like a fun time. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. I will have you know there's no... full frontal nudity. You need to stop. Do we want to talk about how, like, the skill tree in this game is basically set up so that you have to stick with one combat style from the get-go? Oh good, Sean is invincible, it's okay. I can't believe my cool older mentor Sean was killed by a guy named Roy Temperance. Like, why have the ability to change stances when the game straight up punishes you for spreading your points between them? Like, clearly they're not going to give you enough points to actually be able to mix and match. It's a bug. Cave prawns. Oh, they're dogs. That's right, the Martian cave prawns. Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if initiating you is the right thing to do.
Why would you say that?
Not ready?
No, you're ready, Zachary. With that, there is no doubt. I worry about you and care for your happiness. Once you become a Technomancer, there's no going back. You lose your freedom. From the moment our abilities are brought into the light, to the moment the light is snuffed from our eyes, the Technomancers are nothing but pawns on a chessboard. We have no free will. Abundance forces its will on us. I think about the future. How hard it will become as the ASC rises in power. Perhaps I'm just being paranoid.
What a professional.
Master's little star. Just focus on more important things.
Like finding junk.
This door. It is the same as that in our chapel. Accessible only to the combined energies of 2 Technomancers.
Listen, you can either be a free man or you can be a dude with cool lightning hands. Holy shit, books! Items of great power.
Here lies the entrance. And beyond, the main room. Where we must go.
For being so old, it's in great condition. What exactly, Master, is inside the dome?
Knowledge, Zach. The very essence of knowledge. Creatures do not belong here. Their very presence is a danger to the relics. Seek out the origin.
Its Atlas shrugged all the way down.
I remember well the first time I came here. I was fascinated. I really thought I was part of an elite. I've become disillusioned since then.
Thank you
If all
for...
this knowledge indeed gives us some sort of power, we're still faced with
Thank you for explaining your thesis out loud.
It's more of a danger for us than a tool.
I love electrical debris. Like, it upsets me that this game looks decent. From a purely technical standpoint.
This is the main room. The console over there.
Witness registration, March 17th, 2076. Subject 12. The subject appears acclimatized, pulse elevated but steady, unaffected by any visible health concerns. James, how do you feel?
Great. So alive. My heart's racing, and I feel like I can take on the world. And I'm being honest here, it's a bit overwhelming.
Subject's self-report is consistent and substantiated with our measurements of healing other subjects, all of whom produce EEGs indicating activity levels acutely higher than any ever associated with a human not subjected to mutation. The only adverse side effect, it appears, is the near tenfold increase in corporeal and cerebral electricity.
Technomancers, you're mutants.
Urgent invention of a device capable of evacuating such surplus in order to avoid subject injury.
This man.
Lightning.
Technomancer.
Magic.
About mutations, as if I can't believe.
And yet it still might be so. This recording dates to the first settlers. Speaks of the first Technomancers. Shocking, perhaps. Where did you think our abilities came from? A divine power?
No.
But we have no physical signs of mutation, and I don't know any mutant that has our gifts.
And why should any of those things matter? Might not our mutation simply be of a different form? This brings us to the most important point. What you have seen unifies us, unifies the Technomancers. This secret must be kept from all other humans. If this information was discovered by, say, the ASC, we would become nothing but slaves. Our situation is already incredibly undesirable. We are not only isolated, but used as human bombs. Take a walk by the mutant pen in the slums one day.
I get it. It's grim and dark.
Don't be dismayed. I have been through this as well. So have all the other Technomancer officers in abundance. Knowledge of this revelation makes you one of us now.
You are now a wizard.
Now is time to deal with the creatures infesting the dome. It would be a real shame if the installations here are damaged, for we will no longer be able to hold initiation trials here.
Yes, of course, Master. I haven't found an opening yet, so they must have breached lower in the dome.
Then that's where we must go. I will divert the attention of these creatures. At the base of the dome, you will find this swarm must have dug a passage.
I have become. Electric Storm? Yeah, that seems pretty good. I think it's very cool that it just... Oh, Snoop Dogg just showed up on Sunday Night Football to do what Snoop Dogg does, which is get paid. Can't trick me, I'm min-maxing. Because, listen, I have nothing against Snoop Dogg, but that man will show up anywhere if you give him a paycheck. And I have to respect it. I cannot disrespect the hustle, as they say. Did at any point Mr. Dog say, did he joke about the marijuana? Yeah, no, yes, at one point. Time to drain money from bugs. But yes, I assume Mr. Dog is too busy, you know, streaming on Twitch and then forgetting that he had himself muted literally the entire time, which is my favorite thing. He's too busy cooking with that one lady. Yeah. Listen, I'm over here watching Hallmark movies. Last night I watched a movie called The Spirit of Christmas, in which a busy, job-focused woman goes to a quaint inn in Vermont that she has to try to sell, but the inn is haunted by a ghost. The ghost of a himbo. And yes, she falls in love with the ghost of this budget-looking French-Canadian Henry Cavill-looking mofo. It was a Lifetime Christmas movie. No, you're right, it was Hallmark. It was not Lifetime, it was Hallmark. I believe. And it's from the same people responsible for A Christmas Movie Christmas, in which two women are isekai'd into a world where Christmas movies are happening. I'm just gonna keep draining these bugs for money, which is a statement. There we go. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. How does it end? Is the ghost brought back to life? So, you know, the ghost, he only manifests into the physical world during the 12 days of Christmas. But because the lady helped solve the murder, story of his murder, he does in fact use the power of... He basically, in the last 10 minutes, they actually explain the plot. And then he decides to not move on and instead just somehow the power of love lets him manifest himself in the real world permanently. Man, I'm already level 5. That's crazy. Let's do charisma. Is that how Ghost ended? I have no idea. I have never seen Ghost starring Patty Swayze. Literally the only thing I know about Ghost is that scene with the pottery that every single thing has parodied, including that episode of Community where they directly make reference to it. That's what I assume. I assume the movie Ghost is literally just that scene. Oh my darling. Yeah, it's that. It's just that. Alright, I think I might like the stick more than the gun sword. Oh shit, it's Big Bug. Okay, go to bed. You are dismissed from... Technomancy. Whoa! Yes! Oh. Yeah. How's my fluid? It's going okay. Oh no! I got overloaded. Wow, what a cool guy. Ugh. My arm! I can't control the darkness! Have I watched Yu Yu Hakusho yet? No. What happened? You blew up the entire fucking dome, you moron. Yes, I have spirit. I have my spirit gun. Going to techno church with my dad.
You, who bore witness to the secret with your own eyes, who knows in your heart of hearts that the revelation that he bears is true, and who has understood that this knowledge could cast us into endless pits of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon the one you thought you were, and instead become our brother, Zachariah
Mancer. You know, I prefer Desarde, actually.
Together we have shared the water and secret. Can you swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth and to dedicate your life to finding it again? To defend and protect our secret, even with the sacrifice of your life, if need be.
I swear.
Then, welcome, my brother.
Come, join us. We have stick.
I know you must be troubled by what you've learned, and I assure you that it's no less troubling to me. But be proud of what you are, and know, no matter what, we are by your side. And that this initiation, as horrid as it may be, makes you forever our brother.
You showed the courage of lions beneath the dome, and for it, you have been made an officer. So I imagine, now that you no longer need my guidance, they will send me elsewhere, with the great and endless pride of having been your teacher over these few
They'll
years.
make me oversee a prison camp. And
no, not
have this little girl be
Mr.
my
Shaun now.
personal comfort
Take
woman.
your assignment as an officer. Count the blessings you've amounted, those that allowed you to avoid the front thus far. Captain Eliza is waiting in the barracks. She's harsh, but fair.
I do not know if I want to finish this.
We all know the regulations. Technomancers get no leave from the front in times of war. So being here, I can't even sneeze without a report being written up. But you have a free pass. I need you to go to the exchange district for me. There's an itinerant merchant there who was supposed to arrive yesterday.
sleeping.
Just meet with him. The merchants have no ties to abundance and travel among us like shadows. They hear things, whispered things, and pay people to forget they are there. I'm looking for information on any archaeological discoveries that could expose the Earthlings. Information that would help protect our secret. Ask him if they've heard of any such finds.
Yes, Great Master, as you wish.
Good, Zachariah. But take care that not a single soul knows what you're after. Not a single soul can hear your exchange with the merchants.
Gotta wear my dumb goggles. Like, it upsets me that this game has art direction. Whereas Mars Warlogs is literally brown.
Lieutenant Zachariah Mancer, I think congratulations are in order. Captain Eliza Major, welcome to my unit.
The honor is mine, Captain.
For now, we're stationed in town and focusing on missions intended to maintain order and safety among the civilians. Here are the two other fine soldiers making up your unit for the time being, David Ward and Jeffrey Hunter.
Oh, these dudes look like jobbers to me.
My pleasure, Lieutenant. Congratulations, and...
Leave the ass-kissing for later, soldier. Lieutenant?
These dudes are both gonna
sir,
die in the first... What's that so?
Moving on to more pressing matters.
These dudes are
our
gonna
mission
die in the
just
first
began.
3 hours
It's
of the
aimed at
game.
Smothering regime opposition. According to the intel the ASC gave us, those terrorists live in the slums and are plotting several attacks to undermine our corporation. Your mission is to infiltrate the terrorists, stop the attacks, and find your way to their leader. Bulgakov. Orders are to capture Bulgakov alive. I'm going to drain him for intel about other terrorist cells and dismantle the entire network. So beat him only as much as you need to take him.
You got it, Captain.
Move quickly. The longer you take, the more risk there is to the citizens of Ophir. And I won't have that. Before you go, though, there's one more mission. One requiring speed and discretion. We have deserters in our ranks, Lieutenant. Deserters planning to flee like rats through the city's underground. That won't happen. Do you understand me? You find them, and you eliminate them. Each and every one. That seems harsh to you. Setbacks against Aurora have ruined our reputation, to the point that every action we take is scrutinized and extorted by those seeking to gain from our fall. A mass desertion would spell scandal if it became public. You catch them before any word of their escape comes out. So move, now! You only have a few hours.
This just makes him want to play Greedfall, which seems like the closest thing to a successful version of this. Oh, wow. Timed quest, huh? It's okay. You've got Technomancer on your side. Greedfall is tolerable. Yep, that's the correct answer. Greedfall is a video game that, unlike some of the other video games made by Spiders, has recommendable qualities.
Chasing after deserters sounds great. Where do we start?
The slums.
I don't know, Yuri Lowenthal. Where should we start?
I'm sure our escapees will be around.
I find it disgusting, chasing my own companions.
Wait, do they both have the same voice, or...? Yeah. They're just trying to make Mass Effect. Look at this. It's like the Mass Effect.
Said the caravan would be right here. The stand looks like it's been deserted. I'll question the neighboring merchants.
Are you looking for merchants? Got some things to buy, Lieutenant? You should have told me. I could have done it for you. We can probably find what you're looking for in another shop.
Yeah, right. Well, I never thought one day I'd find myself playing Gopher for some kid just out of school.
Mr. Mancer, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I was expecting a caravan in the stall next door to buy a few things.
They arrived yesterday, but truth be told, I think they found some trouble. I wasn't there when it happened, but from what I heard, some people were looking to talk. Then talking turned to shouting, and after that, they were...
Sniper rifle. Oh, I see. For companions. Oh, and it has encumbrance too? I love encumbrance. They call me Zachariah Encumbrance Mancer. Look at this. This is art. Like, this soundtrack could not be trying harder to be specifically Mass Effect 1 if it tried. Anyway, back to the daily grind of beating people unconscious and getting crafting ingredients for a bad crafting system.
I mean, sure these underworks are vast, but still. You think they want to join enemy lines?
They're trying to get away from the war, the fights, and after what they saw, we can't really hold that against them. I know what the captain said, but I hope you're not planning to kill him. I know Boris, he's a great guy. He must just be at the end of his tether. He fought a lot for him. Can't go down.
Oh.
I mean, sure these underworks are vast, but still. You think they want to join enemy lines?
They're trying to get away from the war, the fights, and after what they saw, we can't really hold that against them.
I'm firing off warning shots, don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Very cool, putting a level 3 lock in the first area. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Oh.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Don't worry. See, the thing about Mars Warlogs that makes it tolerable is the fact that as a video game, it is 6 hours. Because it's a fake video game. It is a vertical slice that somehow accidentally got sold for $15 on Xbox Live Arcade. So, trying to think of a conversation topic, something related to this video game that is
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
relatable to the audience. Hey gamers, it's me, your boy, Arbitrary Water. Perhaps you're wondering, why are you playing this game? The answer is because I make the mistake of being in the wrong discords and associating myself with the wrong people. How's the Manson going? It upsets me that this is a real video game. Because one of the benefits of Mars Warlogs is not.
I hope you're not planning to kill him. I know Boris, he's a great guy. He must just be at the end of his tether. He's fought a lot for abundance. It can't go down this way.
I'm saying there are people who would genuinely recommend this. Actually, here's the thing. Mars Warlogs has a mostly positive Steam review. This game has mixed Steam reviews. So, I don't know. There's a day-night cycle? What the fuck is this video game? It's a real video game. Disgusting. This was sold for $60. I mean, I bought this game for $2, to be clear. But at launch, this game was in fact sold for $59.99 USD. Or $9,000 Canadian, or whatever it is. However much games cost in Canada these days. Listen, man, I bought Shin Megami Tensei 5 for $40 on Amazon. That deal might still be going on, by the way. If y'all are interested. Because I said I would pay $40 for a game on the Nintendo Switch. New video games on this stream? No, thank you. This game's 5 years old, and it still feels too recent. I mean, I think for holiday break, I think Justin and I will probably end up playing, I bought too many new games, also. The thing is, I need to stop buying video games. Because, like, I genuinely am at the point where... Oh, shit. Where I have a backlog that is a backlog of relevant games. So, but instead I'm playing this instead of playing the fucking Technomancer because I love you. And because people friggin' the wrong people voted for it. Although the other game that
this is beyond my skill level.
The other game that got the vote for December was Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I've already played, but am vaguely musing doing a replay of that. Because Mankind Divided is fine for being half a video game. I bought the DLC for $2, aka the price of one Technomancer. I love it. That's why they call me Zachariah Poor Quality Leather Mancer. Gonna make a hard save here. Yeah! Time to zap.
So you got me, Mancer. Good for you. How much blood did you spill along the way? You're nothing more than a lackey for abundance.
Dipshit, I didn't kill any of your friends.
We've all felt the way you do about abundance. But they just take and take until we're all used up. We are tired and want out. But they send you, another loyal dog, to drag us back. I fought
The writing still
today, for once, I'm gonna fight
just
for
amazing.
myself.
All right then, let's do this.
How dare you, sir? What?
So you got me, man. That's
all right. I should kill you, but I won't. Not like this. So I'm gonna take you in. Cooperate, and the military tribunal might just spare your life.
right. The tribunal knows about as much of mercy as the devil knows of kindness. No. I would rather die a free man.
That's what I get for being a centrist. Man, I love putting points into lockpicking. It feels so rewarding to get more crafting components. I just think, you know what I need more of? Crafting components. So I can upgrade my weapons. It's just like in Far Cry 6, the entire resolver system.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Fortunately. Me and the bros went out last night, and I, like, totally forgot how to lockpick, my man. They're like, Zach, my man, bro.
Right. Can't open this door without
I can't open this door without another Technomancer, bro. Sean was right. Whoa, dude, I got like an 8% chance of critical hit. Wow. Technomancer. Gotta put points into 1% physical damage reduction, bro. A meaningful statistical... I love meaningful statistical improvements. %1 damage. You know, when I put points into things, I hope Sean's not getting killed by some dude with cool hair. That'd be a righteous bummer, man. It's almost like they could only afford Matthew Mercer for like 20 minutes. And remember when Matthew Mercer was considered the budget Troy Baker stand-in? Like, no offense to Matthew Mercer, who is a talented voice actor and a charming fellow. And I imagine Critical Role probably has actually, like, improved his... What? Why does this game have an MMO-style resting bonus? What? I bet Critical Role has probably improved his ability to selectively pick voice acting roles. Especially since it seems like Critical Role is doing just fine for themselves. If those leaked, like, you know, they don't get all of that money. But a sick $9 million in Twitch revenue probably means you don't have to hustle as much. Yeah, I feel like the music in this game isn't quite hitting the way it should.
Hey there.
Officer, hello. What?
Whoa. Oh no, I need to put a point in the strength. Otherwise I won't be able to get a sick, cool tube. Oh, is it gonna be crafting? Oh, it's crafting! Oh.
Sorry, pal. Nobody enters this office if they got no pass.
That right, pal? I'm an officer and a technomancer, and I'm here to see Anton Rogue. Think you should
Anton Rogue.
You even know who Anton Rogue is? He's the big fucking balls here. The boss.
He's the boss.
Damn general.
Hey, you butt cum. Why don't you just go piss yourself in the Mars toilet? I'm a future man and I'm edgy.
Alright, I'll be back.
Oh, good. Perfect.
See, I can write for video games too. Spiders, please hire me. I will move to France. I'm not even joking.
Hello there. Feel free to...
I'm looking for a little information.
If it's information regarding my merchandise, I'm a...
I can't take this anymore. I don't even have enough to feed my kids. My job beats a damn boring...
Good day.
bad bet in the arena at the Curiosities. Why doesn't have my head if this keeps up?
Good day.
I need information.
Don't we all? Unfortunately,
I need information.
Don't we all?
Have a good one. See?
And you too.
I'm just trying to ask people questions. I mean, Sean Mancer does look like someone who would be just asking questions. I mean, Zachariah Mancer, excuse me. Yeah, now I can pass. Oh shit, more crafting materials. I love it. I love metal debris.
It's almost impossible to go through the underworks without bumping into one of those monsters. Yeah, the guards aren't working overtime to get rid of it, dude. Almost got caught by a school of jellyfish. Didn't think the score was worth more than Serum? Serum?
I need some sensitive...
I don't know what you're talking...
Come on. I'm sure that you see everything that goes on here. I'm looking for...
No, not right off.
Here.
Thank you, my lord. Yeah, those saboteurs. Citizens that you're looking... I don't know what they're plotting, but they talk and talk. They're always hanging out in front of the Curiosities. It's not very discreet to meet in front of a bar.
So, where did the trope of the beggar being a reliable source of information, where did that come from? Is that like frickin' Farfad and the Grey Mouser? Is that where that stuff comes from?
Anyhow, we should keep an eye out. If those people are able to drop a bomb in a city like this one, it means they lack any human compassion. They're probably ready to do anything in the name of their ideas.
Whoa.
It's possible. The best way to get what we want from them is to be discreet. Those fanatics don't talk easily when you interrogate them directly. Move out, quietly.
Yes, Lieutenant. You're right, Lieutenant. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to be quiet.
I know everyone out there is just like, where's the Grey Mouser RPG?
I need to get closer to hear what they're saying. Just gotta keep discreet and stay hidden.
I heard they're renting out rooms to terrorists in the Fori. How can you keep up a nice establishment with that kind of business model?
Okay, come on. Terrorists? Really? If people are saying terrorists, why are you doing this? It's a huge risk.
You know how it is.
Hey there.
Hey there, back. What can I do you for?
Officer, please help!
What's wrong?
I don't want to keep playing this.
It's not like him. I know something.
Talk to me.
Yeah, his name's Derek Labor.
His name's Derek Labor.
Like me, but
He's good at laboring.
He's also this amazing fighter. He was trying to get us out of this, but then, you know, these people.
I'll see what I can do.
Hi, I am Braden Streamer. I am here to make sure. Girls! I am here to investigate the crime of bad video games.
Hey, I'm looking for a...
Derek Labor? Yeah, I knew who that is. Heard rumors going around about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard Derek got himself into some shit with some vor... But, you know, if you want to ask around, if it's about betting...
Thanks. Oh.
I only need 24 minutes of sleep. Here to break some heads.
Unfortunately, this is beyond my
But unfortunately, this is beyond my skill level. I got 5 serum. Worth it. What a worthwhile expenditure of my skill points.
Hey, new blood to the neighborhood.
More a fighter.
Yeah, you've seen the sort. We got 2 types of damage cards, see? On the...
Sure. Why the hell?
That's what I'm talking about!
There was also an arena side quest in...
Hello there. Ready?
Good one, son. Here.
What is this music? Am I waiting in line at Disneyland to see fucking Small World? Oh, I should map this. Now I have another charge of fluid.
That a boy!
Oh, that seems pretty good. So, chat. Are you enthralled by this video game? Are you interested in following the tale of Zachariah Mancer and friends? I know.
That a boy!
Tell me more about the...
Sure, sure. Each round's got 3 challenges. This round... Hey there, new blood.
I'm looking for a man named Derek.
Sure. Yeah, he fought a couple times, making a name for himself before he got himself caught in some shit.
Another man with his hand out. How much?
Let's just say I wouldn't have the same hesitation if I was...
I'll think about it.
Oh, I gotta win the first round. No.
Hello there.
That up!
I love how the staff has like 3 animations for the attack. I assume at this point everyone has stopped watching, because they're like, oh, he's actually still playing this. Collect a talent point.
Hey there, new blood.
I'm looking for a man named...
Guess you've earned a bit of honesty from me. Poor Derek. Poor Derek. Hey, there were two fellas after him. More likely that they did him in than the story going round that he simply choked drinking from it.
Where can I find the guys?
They're Vori, answer. So I'm guessing you can find them hanging around.
I'll keep you safe. Rebels are close. I need to get closer to hear what they're saying. Just gotta keep this straight and stay hidden.
Quite sympathetic to their cause.
What? No! I'm just telling you what I've heard.
People have been denounced for far less. Keep your tongue in check.
Excuse me. I'm...
Shut up. Someone's coming. Where's the next action going down? You heard anything?
Operation Cut's going off in a few hours. Bulgakov's taking care of it. Taking a bomb down to the train station in one of those military bags. With all the troops moving around the area, nobody'll even look twice.
Fucking regime won't be able to ignore us after that. Freedom or death, right?
If they're trying to hit the train station, Lieutenant, we gotta stop them. Do you know how many people they're gonna kill? And we'd be cut off from the other cities and the Abundance's enclaves. Holy crap, even the aqueducts would be shut down.
Whoa.
Can't that one shut up? Who gave us this newbie? Shut up!
I wouldn't put it that way, but yes, David is right. It's better if people don't know what we're up to. Panic, coupled with a bomb, could end badly for everyone involved. Can't go through here.
Oh, I gotta kick down the ladder. Woe is me. Look how cool I look.
Word is, you're the guy who...
Fuck you! Who the hell you think you are coming in here like... Stop, damn it, stop! We're the ones who shot Derek.
And who sent you to do it?
Shit, it was that fucking guard who watches over the fights. He won...
Yeah, all right. Can't go through here.
What other RPGs coming out in 2016? What was this game competing against?
Hey there.
Officer, hello.
Hey there.
Officer!
It's getting harder and harder to make this easy. Just the other day, I had
I have two witnesses telling...
Why did I do it? You know how much that little... But no. He decided he needed to follow the rules. Being a pathetic... So, I made an example of...
You're under arrest.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to keep hitting you until you admit that you're under arrest. Oh. hope.
Miss, there's no... I arrested the man responsible. He's in...
Thank you, officer.
Yay. Hello.
My boy, I have a favor to ask. I've lost something.
What'd you lose?
I mentioned one thing. Oh, I am sorry. In fact, it's about a friend. Charles? You remember Charles? So, he's a friend, and I lost him.
How do you want me to find him?
He has an assistant. Very nice. She used to make delicious pizza.
I'll go find her.
Maybe. It's true.
You know my master Sean well, don't you?
Well, it's a strong word. I know him, of course. I saw him during all those years I came to visit you. We would talk sometimes. He likes you a lot, you know. I think that he has great hopes for you. He's also very bitter. He bears a grudge against our corporation, and I don't know why. I think that it was because of the appointed couple policy imposed upon the Technomancers. He must have had a frustrated love story, that boy. I hope that he did not give you bad ideas.
Uh-huh.
You know Colonel Victor?
That awful man.
Scott, you know that every...
Oh, very much so. A man so...
Skipping the VO is the right choice. Yeah, like, hey, the voice acting is on a baseline level fine. Barely competent. Anyway, let's talk. Has there ever been an RPG character or class where putting traps down was actually an enjoyable thing to do? Because all of Spider's games have had the put down a trap, like, if you want to invest in putting down traps, you can do so in a Spider's game. There's someone there. I mean, part of it's probably just because they already put it in the tech, and the turnaround on these games is pretty quick. I have to assume that's part of it. But just like... even in like Diablo 2, are you ever gonna make a trap assassin?
Hey there, I'm looking for Charles Seeker. You know where I could find him? Zachariah Mancer. Professor and I have a mutual friend who's worried about him.
I know the feeling. I got a message informing me he had taken an impromptu vacation, but it's not like him. He didn't even...
Yeah, seems a bit off, doesn't it? Professor was supposed to start some research with a friend of mine.
Of course. I was involved with the professor's research, though I shouldn't discuss it with anyone without his consent. But with that last name, Mancer, I suppose this Technomancy research is of particular...
If you're concerned that the message wasn't really from the...
To the authorities? Of course not. The authorities, Mr. Mancer.
Trust me, I get why you're reluctant to talk. I do. Times like these don't exactly instill openness. My friend's a very close friend of the...
Sorry, but I don't know your...
It's a damn shame. I have to admit, I would have loved to meet the man myself. There's so many great things.
50% science.
And the truth is, I'm afraid the professor's vocal railings against the ASC and their ceaseless power. I would give anything to be...
That's one good-looking woman. Too bad she's only got eyes for a professor.
You seem so sad. Lieutenant, why are we investigating the professor's disappearance? The captain never discussed it. It's not our order.
I've been working on something that'll help us in the long run. Something really important. I don't know how it's connected to this, but it is. You're gonna have to trust me.
I got your back, Lieutenant.
Oh, and just to be clear, I'm not done with this game. I'm not. Oh. You think a little mediocrity will stop me? Oh, I hate this. What a terrible map. Gotta find my bro Scott. Oh, nope, that's the wrong way. I'm just gonna max out zapping. How is it that I went in a complete circle? Because
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy.
I'm sorry, Scott. You were right to worry about your friend. According to his assistant, it seems that he had problems. He was quite critical of the corporation. You know how dangerous it's been lately.
How crazy he was. He should have just stuck to his research. How foolish to meddle with politics. He was a very good researcher, you know? He made real progress on the settlers' genetic origins. How sad. And that poor woman who must be worried, sick.
What's going on?
I know that I'm asking a lot from you, but I was wondering if maybe you could continue to invent.
I could probably talk about...
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to be sure. You see, I think we must not allow sensitive scientific...
I'll see what I can do, but I doubt...
So this game definitely feels like it has the same problem that Greedfall does, where a lot of the game is just running back and forth between different quests.
Mission? It isn't, is it? What are we gonna do if we come under attack?
Then we'll defend ourselves. Look, I know Anton Rogue's not the kind of guy to hang out with, but he's the guy to come...
Sorry, pal.
That right, pal?
You even know who...
What else?
Show it to me. Alright.
Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around.
Look what the cat dragged in. prodigal son. The diamond in the rough, risen from poor street trash to the godlike ranks of Technomancer. Now tell me, why am I so lucky to be in your presence?
Professor Charles Seeker. I'm looking for what happened to him. What can you tell me?
The dangers of having a mind, of using it, and especially of speaking it, I'm afraid.
Oh.
His research and political opinions push the line, and patience of some. Funny how smart and wise don't always go hand in hand. That said, word is he boarded a train. Not so much a pleasure trip, more like...
What's your opinion of Technomancer?
I'll try to tread lightly with this, Mancer. Unfortunately for Abundance, you're becoming relics, a dying breed. Due to the on the battlefield alone, for sure, the brute force of you Technomancers.
What's your opinion of
I'll try to... On the battlefield...
I gotta go.
Then go.
What are the odds I continue with this? I'll put it this way. If I wasn't at least partially invested in playing more of this, I would have stopped at the 2-hour mark. If I may, give myself something of a streaming schedule. I think this week I'm going to try and play more Soul Reaver, play some Clive Barker's play some Clive Barker's Undying, I guess, and probably play more of this. I don't know if I want to keep streaming Splinter Cell. To some extent, Splinter Cell seems like a game designed for my very specific, very OCD style of stealth. And
Veronica, I need a favor. I'm looking for access to the professor's compiled research
I don't
documents.
know if that makes for good television.
It's just not my work to share, Zachariah.
From what I could gather, he was arrested and thrown into the correctional camp. Apparently his criticism of the government was more important to them than his work.
I don't even know what to... Such a loss.
I got his research. Yeah, it upsets me that this game is just mediocre as opposed to spectacularly awful. Like Mars Warlogs, which is just wretched. It's just a wretched trash game. Whereas this is just a extremely middle-of-the-road Euro jank.
Hi, Scott.
Hello, my boy. How are you?
Unfortunately, I've received confirmation of what Veronica suspected. Charles was...
Thank you, Zachariah. How awful. But what is happening to our dear... No doubt our dear Charles was worried. Their coat... All this is a little far away.
I have to assume Scott is a party member. He seems like he's party member material. Yeah. What upsets me is that this game is, like, remotely competent. It's just not very good.
see the Technomancer.
Shh, they're unstable. Anything could set them off. Let's talk about something else.
What'd you say about me?
Okay. We never see him around these parts.
What'd you say about me? See my cool jacket? See my cool goggles? Saying something about me?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you help?
I don't know.
Don't act like you have nothing to gain. Merchants are disappearing around.
Listen, kid. Take your shitty reasoning and shove it back up your ass.
How's this for...
Oh my. Perfect. You've heard the tale of the Vori, of the underworld. So these overpriced foreign merchants did something to piss them off. Didn't pay... Now do Joe a favor.
Oh, cool. So I have to go back to the slums.
Listen up! Everybody! Listen up or I shoot him! Help! Hey you! Soldier!
What?
No! No! Shut up and listen! Don't talk!
You really think threatening an innocent man's the way to go? Or maybe you think it's gonna make things worse for you. Calm down. Maybe
If someone wants to buy me the,
So, what are you gonna do? Protect me and my family?
Sure, we can keep you all safe.
That a promise?
It's a promise. If you lower your weapon.
if someone wants to get me the Frogwares Call of Cthulhu game, I'll probably end up playing that at some point.
Lock me up and keep your promise.
Everything okay?
Yes.
Are we really gonna talk to that man? The chief of the Vori? You know that even back at home we used to hear about him? He's a terrifying man. Hanging out with the mob.
I'd advise you to not try anything.
Mr. Mancer, the sight of your face has started to give me agita.
I'm looking for a caravan of merchants. They were supposed to be in the...
Yeah, rude little men. If you're ready to settle...
These merchants were involved in some outside business that requires interrogation as soon as possible. You can...
I hear your threat, Mancer, but well, pay their debt and...
Very well.
I love it when a deal comes together. How about you? You just have to go to my warehouse. Say.
I gotta go.
Then go.
Was there a quick look for this game? Did Vinny Caravella play this game for 30 minutes and go, "This seems bad, Alex"?
Anton Rogue sent me.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Whoa.
Thanks.
Think the slightest move, you're a dead man. Who are you? You don't look like a guard to me.
Because I'm not. Name's Zachariah Mancer. Lieutenant in Ophir. If you're the merchant who got him...
I am indeed. Fiorello, master of the caravan.
That's not Fiorello, that's Yuri Lowenthal.
But I doubt you came to help us out of the general...
Ian Mancer, great man.
Ah, I see, yes. One of my favorite clients. And a man with whom I, indeed, have some information to share.
News, I'm sure the great master will be glad.
I'm not one to dally.
Oh, I forgot. Relkin, did you, fight the true final boss in Neo? Because Yamata no Orochi is not the true boss of that final boss of the game. There's one little epilogue mission before you move on to the DLC. Yeah. You guys looking to go? Technomancer pants, finally. Time to rest.
Traitor, get him!
Oh, I'm in the Techno Cathedral of the Zappy Man.
Zach, good to see you. How does army life suit you?
Pretty good, thanks. How are you? When's your next deployment?
I do not know, but what I do know is this. They're going to be sending me to the front lines alongside all the others. That I'm certain.
What can you tell me about Alan?
You shouldn't care about that little prick, Zachariah. That moron is only worthy of attention because he is the physical amalgamation of all the flaws Technomancers.
Do you know my captain?
I've had the opportunity to run into her a couple of times. She is a respectable woman, I think. Only our own can really understand what we're living. But you'll have to deal with it.
Only you can understand the burden of being a cool lightning
To a certain
wizard.
extent, I think that she won't hesitate to defend you against those who won't. Be straightforward with her.
What do you know about Colonel...
Do you know how dangerous this question could be? That man oversees everything he doesn't know, he believes deserves.
My mission is to chase deserters and put an...
A difficult mission.
Yes, it's raised some questions. It goes...
Well, it must have been a hard choice to make. We are at war. I hope that your next...
Goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye, Zach.
Zachariah, a pleasure as always. What may I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about...
What about?
We're looking for a scientist who disappeared. Name's Charles Seeker.
Charles Seeker. Yes, the geneticist. Geneticists pose a risk. Scientific discoveries are always threatening to expose our secrets.
Oh.
Your friend Scott even worked on the same research years ago.
I can't let you know you're a lightning wizard.
He ended up drinking himself into irrelevance.
I finally managed to meet the merchants you told me about. It wasn't easy. The mob kidnapped them for serum. I freed...
I'm sure gratitude helped to loosen their lips.
Word that Aurora is running large-scale excavations along the Shadow...
Fascinating. Finds that are no doubt better off in our hands than those of Aurora's Technomancer. You are no more free to roam than the rest of us. Of that I have no doubt. But if you find yourself with access to a rover and perhaps find a way... It may seem petty.
Are you telling me I will get access to an outer area?
How are you, Zachariah?
I'm fine.
Wow, what a cool shirt. Technomancer. Hey, what's up?
Lieutenant Zachariah Manser. What a pleasure.
Oh shit, it's that guy.
Sir, I don't think I've had the honor of meeting you before.
Ah, of course. I am Colonel Victor Watcher of the ASC.
Colonel.
At ease, Lieutenant, at ease. Simply came to congratulate you and learn that you become a Technomancer of the highest degree. For a young man from the Rogue family.
He's evil.
Terrific achievement.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Your road must have been difficult, but you persevered. An outsider who managed to work his way into the ranks of the elite Technomancer.
It's Sojiro.
A marvelous story, especially given their secrecy.
It's Daddy Near.
Do you have any insight as to why they chose to be so insular?
I'm sorry, Colonel, but I don't know what you mean.
What a shame. By coming to you out of friendship and camaraderie.
Okay, so if the Lightning Wizards are an oppressed and controlled group already, yet they have Lightning Wizard powers, what if they just used Lightning Wizardry?
Lieutenant Zachariah Manser? Your reputation precedes you.
Pleasure, Quarterman. Word on the street is that the locusts are swarming.
Unlike as it goes, little nuisances have a way of becoming big. Well, you'd have more luck killing them in their nest.
Hi.
Lieutenant.
Made the traps you suggested.
And I'll make sure they find their way to the tunnel. It's your lucky day. I need a favor, if you have the time, on top of the missions the captain already gave you.
Depends on the...
Soldiers back from the front are barricaded inside the warehouse. But they think Aurora's outside and they're in the middle of a war zone. They've terrorized the merchants, But honestly, that's not even the word. According to
Oh,
the general
this is
reports,
not even the
not just
worst of
soldiers.
it.
They're test subjects for a new combat drug that increases their strength tenfold. I would prefer it if you could reason with them. First things first, we need to help get... I know you're up to your neck in other response.
I honestly think a noob who's not even a real soldier will be able to reason with a corporal hopped up on some super drug.
Pipe down, Lieutenant will find a way.
Can't believe we gave all these soldiers space meth. And then they went crazy.
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
Captain,
Yes, Lieutenant.
rest assured, potential scandal's been abolished. Everything's in order. We managed to neutralize most.
Then you didn't act quickly enough. It should have been your priority. What was the fate of the sergeant?
Sergeant Boris? He's been arrested.
I take it some moral relativism stopped you from killing him? But now, because of, in spite of the less than good. Moving on. We've got state officials arriving in Ophir today, and an ASC warning that an influx of Aurora spies in the city are planning trouble. For security, the officials will be picked up in rovers. We've got brigades tracking the spies, but you're gonna have to usher them through the questions, Lieutenant?
And with Zachariah Mancer taken to his slumber after a long day of hitting people with a stick over and over again, we come to the end of our time with the Technomancer for today. It's better than Mars War Logs. It's still bad. It's still mediocre, boring game. You can look forward to more of it in the future.